Hey, what's going on? Have you found yourself in a situation where you just want to feel better? You wish you had more energy. Maybe over the last few years, you've allowed yourself to just get a little bit overweight or a lot overweight. There's lots of distractions in this world, right? There's lots of stress. And if we don't watch out, if we're not paying attention, it's so easy to just lose focus and put some pounds on. And next thing you know, man, you got these joint pains, knee pains, right? Arthritis. I was huffing and puffing just trying to bend down and tie my shoes. Can't even walk around the store with my then girlfriend, now wife. Hard to get in and out of the car. If you can relate, then I highly recommend subscribing to this channel. Come along this journey with me. My name is Todd Yeakle, and welcome to Tweak Your Lifestyle. On this channel, I'm just sharing my personal journey of trying to do better. I'm not a doctor. I recommend seeing one though before changing any diet, lifestyle, making those big changes. But I found myself a couple of years ago, I started doing carnivore, and it just made me feel great. I lost 92 pounds before I got married, and unfortunately this last year, just the stress. I know we're tired of hearing about the supply chain issue, but it's real, right? And my job, I'm in route sales, and I sell groceries to restaurants and hospitals, daycares. When you can't get them their supplies because we're out of stock and you're 100% commission, it's hard to sell things that you don't have. And then, yes, there's loyalty there, but they can only be patient for so long before they try to find it somewhere else. And it's not that other places get it and we can't. It's just some places might have it when we don't, and we might have things when they don't have it. Does that make sense? So it just opens up a can of stress. And so I'm not making excuses. It's happened. And I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to stop doing the yo-yo diets, going up and down and up and down in weight. I've done that my whole life, and I'm trying to change my relationship with food. And what I found over the last couple of years is that you got to keep the momentum going. Motivation, it fades, okay? Yeah, you can have your why, grandbabies, getting married, big why, right? But you still have to work at keeping that momentum going. And one of the things I was doing was just weighing myself every day. And that's just a small little thing to do every day to motivate myself. Okay, don't touch that, or who knows what the scale will be tomorrow. The next thing I started doing was the Seinfeld strategy, where I got the calendars, I put a little X on every day that I stay away from sugar and carbs. And I'm learning just how bad my sugar addiction really is. And I say is because there's no beating it, but I can manage it, right? And with every single day that I go without sugar or the bad carbs, it gets easier and easier. It really does. I'm not saying it's real easy, but it gets easier, right? There's always temptations there, but every day that I feel better, I don't want it. And so what a blessing that's been. Third thing, it's so much easier to stay on track when you have like-minded people with you, right? To hold yourself accountable, to encourage, celebrate the small victories. And so I encourage you, man, if anything I've said relates, it sounds familiar, subscribe to the channel, come along this journey, and let's help each other live a healthier lifestyle. We're not like, trying to bend down and you can't even get back up. You know what I'm talking about? One that you have the energy to keep up with your grandbabies. One that you can walk around with your wife in the grocery store, your spouse. My goodness, 2 years ago when I first started carnivore, and it doesn't have to be carnivore to come along this journey of a healthier lifestyle, right? Do what works for you. Carnivore works great for me because it's simple, it's more convenient than other diets, but I really like the way it makes me feel. Like within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I really started noticing my joint pain getting a lot easier, my arthritis in my knee, and I wear a brace on my knee, and the last week and a half I haven't had to wear that brace, and so that's been huge because I'm able to kind of get more stuff done. I'm more mobile now, I'm more active. I can move around. I don't want to just sit there and be unmotivated and just watch Netflix all day. But anyway, when I started carnivore a couple of years ago, doctors would say, hey, you don't need to be eating all that much red meat. Also, whenever I'd go through a drive-thru and order burger patties, they'd look at me like I'm crazy. They'd ask me 10 questions to make sure they get my order right. Well, 2 years later, that's just not the case. They're like, look, Todd, you know what? If that's how you get the weight off, that's the most important thing. Get the weight off. The weight causes the high blood pressure, the blood clots, needing to have blood thinners, the joint pain, the inflammation, right? And get that weight off, and my goodness, and work on your health, your immune system, putting good nutrition stuff in your body. And that's what makes a big difference. And so I found that very interesting. I was talking to my doctor, like, look, I know I put the weight back on, I got to get it off. Is it okay for me to do the carnivore? And he was like, yeah, get it off, get the weight off. I got one kidney because I had kidney cancer, right? And so he's like, look, no, that's the weight does more damage to that kidney than you just doing all red meat. And I prefer red meat. I don't eat pork, don't really like fish. Chicken, I can tolerate if it's seasoned just right. I'm not the best cook, but I'm learning. I'm using different seasonings. I'm learning different condiments. I'm not strict carnivore. Let's say I'm more ketovore, because I'll put some sugar-free ketchup or some sugar-free honey mustard by G. Hughes. I'll use some of that stuff to help with the flavor, to give the variety. I'm just trying to do better. I didn't gain the weight overnight, so I'm not stressing out to try to lose it overnight. But I'll tell you this, I start feeling a difference within a week. And so if you've been procrastinating, if you've been feeling like crap, just not motivated to do anything, stop it. Start today. 1 week from now, you'll be glad you did. And then when 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, you just feel so much better. What an awesome day that'll be. Man, I hope you found value in this video. If you did, like it. Again, subscribe to the channel. Consider sharing it with others. And to get started on carnivore, maybe to learn more about it, I got a free download. Click the link below, and I'll see you inside. Till next time, God bless. Keep grilling.